unbeaten champion, Stephen Fulton Jr.
He remains undefeated.
Puts his belt on the line against Danny Roman.
You know, they was doing a lot of tweeting me, saying I was ducking and this and that. I just made the fight happen.
Even when I became a unified champion, they still had me below the other champions. So he was calling me out when I was a champion, so I'm gonna fight him.
When he was the world champion, nobody ever gave me an opportunity. But I'm giving him the opportunity.
Mentally, I'm ready. I've been through this road already, and I know what it takes to expect a great fight, even the fight of the year.
The division is hot because of me. I did the talking, I did the walking.
I'm one step away from becoming a unified champion, so I feel more than ready. Let's give these people what they want to see.
Y'all know a lot about me, but there's still some things that y'all don't know. And June 4th, y'all see that.
Good afternoon and welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota. As we are just 2 days away until the Super Bantamweight Unification Showdown featuring Philadelphia's finest, Stephen "Cool Boy" Steph Fulton Jr., who holds 2 world titles. He'll put those on the line against the former unified super bantamweight champion of the world, Danny, the baby-faced assassin Roman. Our co-main event features a super middleweight championship affair as one of the fastest rising stars in boxing, especially in the heavier weight classes. David Morrell Jr., who has a record of 6-0 with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He will put his WBA super middleweight crown on the line against the very determined Calvin Henderson of Fort Worth, Texas. We go live on Saturday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time, a tremendous championship doubleheader. But before we get to live action, you will see the replay of Gervonta Davis's victory over Rolando Rolly Romero. Then you will get our 2 fights, and following that, you will get the award-winning all-access behind-the-scenes look of Gervonta Davis and Rolando Romero, the epilogue episode. But our focus is the live action that'll be coming your way from the Armory here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. At Showtime Championship Boxing, we are in our 4th week of championship boxing. We began in Southern California with Jermell Charlo's victory over Brian Castani, unifying the 154-pound division. Then we went down to Glendale, Arizona for David Benavidez' victory over David Lemieux. Last week at Barclays Center for Gervonta Davis's W over Rolando Rolly Romero in front of nearly 19,000 fans, breaking Barclays Center box office records. And now here in the Twin Cities at the Armory, one of my favorite venues for all of prize fighting. Let's get to the participants, as our co-main event will feature David Morrell Jr. and Calvin Henderson. I will start off with the champion, who is sitting to my left, David Morrell, 6-0, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. You're trained under the guidance of Ronnie Shields. This has been your home away from home. You defected from Cuba in 2018, and you got up here, and you have been fighting here professionally, specifically here in Minneapolis. What does Minneapolis mean to David Morrell Jr.?
Bueno, David, Minneapolis es tu segunda casa, ¿verdad? Que viniste desde Cuba en el 2018, toda una travesía para llegar acá, y la gente de aquí te ha recibido con los brazos abiertos. ¿Qué es lo que hace esta ciudad tan especial para vos?
Fue en el 2019.
Ah, bueno.
2019, y no, menos que todo, agradecidísimo con la idea de Luis de Cuba Sr., que fue que tuvo la principal idea de venir para acá, tanto como todo, como para hacerme partícipe de este estado y también para crecer en mayor parte mi carrera deportiva.
Well, I actually came from Cuba in 2019, but you know, I'm so happy that I was able to follow the guidance of Louis de Cuba Sr. and being able to be embraced by this state that also allowed me to pursue my dreams and be at a higher level in my career as I fight here. Every fight here becomes more meaningful, and the support of the people here means absolutely everything to me.
I'm glad David Morrell brought up the name of Louis de Cuba Sr., because for those of you who don't know, Louis de Cuba Sr. was one of the managers for one of the all-time greats, Roberto Duran. And the fact is Louis de Cuba Sr. is a legend in our sport. His son, Louis de Cuba Jr., is one of the best managers in the sport as well. But for Louis de Cuba Sr. to be investing in a young prize fighter, that just goes to show the level of excellence and what he thinks about this young fighter. Let's talk to his adversary, Calvin Henderson. Calvin, it didn't take you too long to say yes to this fight. Not many guys are lining up on the dotted line to fight this man. When they called you, immediately you took the fight. But what does this opportunity mean to you as you have a 15-1-1 record heading into your championship showdown on Saturday?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a huge opportunity, a huge chance to go over here and try to dethrone the champ. I just want you guys to know that we ain't here just to say we're here for the experience or just to say we got an opportunity to fight for the world title. We're here to fight and we're here to win.
Now, with that being said, do you you use it as motivation that you're a massive underdog coming into that fight?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, all the pressure is off of me. You know, everybody expect me to come in here and lose and lay down. So all the pressure's on the champ. We in his hometown here in America. Everybody expect him to do great things. So I just got to go in there and just show out and do what I do best.
David, when he says that he believes that all the pressure is on you, pretty much saying that essentially he has nothing to lose and everything to gain, what is your response?
Bueno, acá Henderson dice que toda la presión es tuya, que vos sos local, que vos tenés todo para perder, poco para ganar y que él llega cómodo, pero que no viene acá por la experiencia, viene a ganarte. ¿Qué le decís a eso al respecto?
No, es bueno escuchar que venga así, ¿no? Con ese entusiasmo. Lamentablemente se va con una derrota a la casa, pero es bueno, así damos un buen espectáculo al pueblo de Minnesota, damos un buen espectáculo a Showtime y es lo que estamos buscando ahora mismo. Pero creo que esa parte de que vino a ganar, creo que no como que está de más en esa oración.
I'm glad that he has the enthusiasm. I appreciate that, but it's a shame that he's going to go home with a loss. I'm happy that he's confident like that because we're going to put on a great show for everyone at Showtime and at the Armory. But at the same time, when he says that he's going to come and win, I think that's something that is really not going to happen. It's superfluous in my mind.
All right, we're going to get back to our co-main event. I want to address the champion, the men that are on the main event marquee here at their Armory on Saturday. Showtime Championship Boxing, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time, a unified super bantamweight championship showdown. Stephen Cool Boy Steph Fulton, the WBC and WBO super bantamweight champion of the world, 20-0. 8 wins coming by way of knockout from the rich boxing city of Philadelphia, PA. Since your victory over Brandon Figueroa in what was an absolute sensational matchup at the end of November on Thanksgiving weekend last year, how has your life changed, not only socially, but also in terms of being approached by fans? I've seen you at prize fights. You can't go anywhere without not taking a photo and signing an autograph.
Thanks for having me today, alhamdulillah. It's been great. Everything's been going great. You know, I feel good. I appreciate it, and I worked hard to get here. I worked hard for those moments, you know, to be able to take pictures with my fans and such things.
What was that victory like for you to pick up another world title? The one thing that you have stated throughout the course of your career is, I don't just want to win one title. I want to unify the division. The fact that you picked up another world title, what was the significance of that for you? Because you are a student of the game and the history of boxing.
It meant everything to me because, you know, like you stated, I've said that I wanted to do that. So when I became world champion, early 2021, and then unified at the end of the year, it was like, yo, that was an amazing feeling because I've been through some things leading up into that fight, not just within my camp, but home, out at home, if that makes any sense. So it was a lot going on with me, but, you know, mentally I was there and I stuck through it and I just got through that fight and, you know, now I'm unified, I'm here.
Well, as we take a look at your opponent, Daniel Roman, Stephen Fulton talked about some obstacles he's had to overcome. Mr. Roman, you have obstacles that you've dealt with over the course of your career. You lost your world title a couple of years ago. You were a unified champion. Now you are looking to get those belts back and once again reign supreme atop the 122-pound division. But how big of an opportunity is this for you, especially now as you're into your 30s?
This is the biggest opportunity of my life. Yes, I had obstacles too at the beginning of 2020 when I lost the titles against MJ. Boxing politics, you know. But like right now, the guy that's in front of me is Stephen Fulton, so I'm worried about him. And like you said, yes, this is the biggest opportunity of my life, and we're here to take advantage of it, not overlooking my opponent.
So do you feel like that you have to really start off extremely strong because you have been off for about a year? Are you concerned about ring rust whatsoever? You're a volume puncher. You're very aggressive. Are you concerned at all about ring rust heading into this fight on Saturday?
Well, it's been a year that I haven't fought, but I'm not paying attention to that, This opportunity doesn't come twice. So I know what I got to do to get that W. And yes, we got to start since the first round, picking it up.
Stephen, you've never had the easiest road in your career. You fought 4 straight undefeated opponents prior to taking on Danny Roman, and Danny's a former unified super bantamweight champion. I believe there's a stat out there that said that nearly almost half of your opponents have been either former world champions or undefeated. So, can you tell us about the tough road that you've taken? Because I feel like it's benefited you.
I don't really have to say much. You said it all right there. But not only 4 undefeated in a row, 2 world champions back-to-back in a row that didn't want to lose. So just as well as I know as he'll be bringing his law, those guys did too. So I've been through those already 2 times in a row. And if you want to count the other 2 undefeateds, 4 times in a row. So this will be no test for me. I've been tested early in my career within like my 7th fight. I faced an undefeated fight.
Danny, for you, do you like the fact, if we can get him a mic to be able to rectify that, but do you like the fact that here's a guy from Philadelphia that is going to bring his best, and obviously you can't just come into this fight not at your absolute peak because both of you guys have fan-friendly styles. Do you like that possibility that it's not going to be hard to find this guy in the ring?
No, I've been in his position before, As a champion, you don't want to lose those belts because it costs a lot, especially when he's saying he's been through a lot. So I was a champion, unified champion too. So I know what it takes. And I know he's not going to try to lose those belts, and I'm going to go with everything I got, to try to get him.
Danny, what do you feel the difference is going to be in the fight against Stephen Fulton? Obviously, he had a tremendous battle against Brandon Figueroa at the end of November that I talked about, but where do you feel, like not giving away your game plan, where you can be successful against Stephen Fulton?
No, yeah, he just fought his last opponent, Figueroa, but different fighters, different styles. This fight will be like a chess game. Whoever can make the right adjustments during the fight.
According to our friends at CompuBox, Danny Roman, you throw over 70 punches around. Stephen, for you, I'm sure that excites you because one thing about knowing who you are as a prize fighter, you never back down from a challenge.
I was about to say that. I always step up to the occasion. I always step up. I always show up. I never fold when I get to these stages. My whole life been like that. Early in my career, I've been like that. The fights that I've faced and took early in my career have been like that. I always stepped up when it's time to step up. I always live up to the moment. And right now, lately, I've been living in the moment. I haven't been looking past nothing. I've been living for today. So when Saturday come, I'm going to live for it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to enjoy defeating them.
So, Danny, when he says he's going to enjoy defeating you, what's your response?
Look, he don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. So it's going to be a competitive fight. I come here to win. He comes here to win. So you're going to have a fight that night.
I want to ask you both the same question because you are in different stages of your careers at this very moment. I'll start off with the champion. Stephen, what is it like that now people are hunting you? And you used to be the hunter, but now you're the hunted. What is it like being the one where people are trying to compete and say, I want Stephen Fulton before you were the one calling out guys?
It feels good to be in this position because, I've called him out when he had his titles and they didn't look my direction. But then when they didn't have their titles, they looked in my direction because I had it. So you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, now I'm giving him the opportunity that he didn't give me.
Wow. Danny, what do you want to say to that? Sounds like fighting words to me.
No, man. We got to be respectful, But yeah, I was a champion. I had different plans. He did call me out. But you know what? I'm here now. So let's do this fight.
They always wait till it's too late, and that's the problem. Don't wait till it's too late.
So do you think he's past his prime, Stephen?
I can say this is his last chance. This is his last shot. But the thing with me is, y'all seen how I fight in the inside. I can fight in the outside. I can fight any way I want. So determine on how I wake up feeling Saturday morning, going to determine that fight. I can do whatever I want.
Danny, he mentioned
I'm
that
versatile, baby. I can do whatever I want. I don't have one style to me, and he know that. His whole camp know that. I feel like they pay attention too much to the social media. I post because I have to promote myself leading up into this. We fighting the same day Cambosa saying he fighting. You know what I'm saying? So, and they have bigger platform, bigger weight classes, more attention is on them. I have to do my job as an individual to promote myself as a black man, first and foremost. So that's where the posting comes from, to promote. But don't get it fucked up, bro. I'm here to win. I always been here to win. Always.
So
That's what's gonna happen Saturday. Y'all ain't gonna be no different. It's 3 way he lost 3 times. You can't take away his accomplishment. He's lost 3 times. Maybe 1 draw. It's 4 ways to get to him. There's no way to get to me yet. Nobody has figured that out.
Danny, the champion, no doubt, no shy of giving his opinion. When he says that there are multiple ways to beat you, Danny, when he says that this is your last opportunity at championship gold, what do you want to say to that?
I mean, everybody has a flaw. Doesn't matter. It's the first time for everything, you know. So you can be confident all you want. We'll see that night what goes on.
Champ, I feel like for you, heading into this unified Super Bantamweight Championship Showdown on Showtime Championship Boxing, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time, like you have as much of a chip on your shoulder now compared to that of when you were a contender, meaning I feel like you're hungrier now than what you were when you were coming up through the ranks. Is that a fair assessment?
And that is, and a lot of that has to do with my last fight, how people was making me feel like I lost the fight that I clearly won. And you know, that has a lot to do with myself as well, but by even allowing outsiders or people that can't even walk a mile in my shoe to even make me feel that way. But all that's going to change. I'm more focused. I'm hungry. Man, listen, I'm just ready at this point. I'm ready. And they keep, like, it's going to be a good fight. Just be there. I'm going to have fun in that ring. More than, before I be serious, I'm going to have fun and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a ball in that ring. I didn't even take this fight that serious because I wanted to have fun with it first and foremost. I feel like when I took it serious, I stopped having the love for the sport. When early in my career, when I was having fun with it, it's when I was taking my risks, my chances and everything. So that's what I'm back at doing. That's why I'm taking the risk. That's why I picked him and chose him.
So Danny, in terms of he's saying he chose you, he picked you, he claims that you are the one that avoided him. So as all this is being said, you know, as we're only 2 days away from fight time, what are you hoping to demonstrate against Stephen Fulton on Saturday night in front of the whole world on Showtime Championship Boxing?
Like he said, you know, we're going to have fun. So expect that. Expect a great fight. He giving his best. I'm giving my best. And just have fun.
Well, I tell you what, if both of those guys are going to have fun, I'm going to have fun watching this fight because I cannot wait for Stephen Fulton and Danny Roman. I'm going to get back to the co-main event and address Calvin Henderson because David Morrell did bring up a very good point in the sense that he said, you're coming to win, but there's no way, no how, I'm going to send you home with the loss. What do you want to say to the bold comments that David Morrell, the champion, said about you?
Yeah, he's supposed to feel that way. He's the champ. You know, he's out here 6-0, 5 KOs, fought in Minnesota 2 or 3 times. He's supposed to feel that way. And I feel the same way, too. So we're going to see Saturday night.
There has been talk from David Morrell, and I'm going to address it with him in a few moments, but he has mentioned after this fight that he would love to put himself in position to take on David Benavidez, who was successful back a few weeks ago against David Lemieux by way of a 3rd-round TKO. With him saying that he wants David Benavidez and he wants to take on the elite at 168, in your mind, is he overlooking you?
No, not at all. I think he's taking this fight very serious, and he's training very serious for this fight. Like I said, so did I. And in the past, I've also messed up my opponent's plans, future plans for fights after that, too. So that's what we plan to do Saturday, trying to change all those plans.
David, you called out David Benavidez, and not many guys are lining up to fight him. But why do you feel like you have the perfect recipe and the style to defeat David Benavidez. Not looking past Calvin Henderson, but why do you feel, if you're successful, that you are the perfect fit for David Benavidez?
Bueno, David, primero que nada, Henderson dice que sos el campeón y que entiende completamente por qué te sentís de la manera que te sentís sobre tu confianza para ganar, pero que él también está confiado en que va a arruinarte tus planes a futuro. La pregunta de Rey era, ¿qué te hace sentir a vos, qué te hace pensar que tu estilo se encaja perfectamente con el de Benavidez para poder tener esa pelea sin subestimar ni ver más allá de Henderson?
Right now, like me and my team, my mains, my body, my everything, like I'm focused, and Henderson, like in fighting now, After, en Benavidez, pero like tengo ¿cómo se dice? Sé que le puedo ganar a Benavidez porque tengo simplemente todo lo que han peleado con él no tienen. ¿Me entiendes? Es el valor suficiente y tenerlo bien puesto para pelear con Benavidez. That's it.
I know I can fight against Benavidez because I have the courage that's necessary to fight against someone like Benavidez. I have the guts, and I'm a champion, and I know I can do it.
Calvin, do you like the fact that you're going to be public enemy number one when you walk out? Because the Armory the Minneapolis loves this guy. Anytime he fights, they pack this place. It is a great fight town here in Minneapolis. The Armory is a perfect venue for prize fighting. But do you like the fact that they're not necessarily going to be lining up to sing your praises on Saturday night?
Yeah, I ain't worried about it, man. It's not my first time doing this, and skills travel.
So, David, what are you hoping that this performance over Calvin Henderson does for you and your career?
¿Qué esperás que esta pelea contra Calvin Henderson haga para vos, para tu carrera y para tus prospectos?
Va a ser, por lo menos para mí, es mi primera vez aquí en Showtime, so no estoy pensando simplemente en lo que vaya a significar esta carrera de Henderson, sino esta pelea de Henderson, perdón, sino la oportunidad que se me está dando y las puertas que se me están abriendo una vez más. Y saliendo primero Dios vencedor en esta pelea, ya se me abren otras puertas a oponentes más grandes y a nuevos proyectos, nuevas cosas.
It's all about doors opening for me on more than one way. First of all, this is my first time fighting on Showtime. I'm not about to take that for granted. And I know that if I perform very well on this stage, that doors are going to open for me with Showtime and with my career. And then obviously winning this fight is going to allow me to fulfill the projects and the fights that I want to have later on in my career and later on this year.
Before I get to the rest of the fighters and get final thoughts and closing comments, I want to end the majority of the press conference with the champion, Stephen Fulton. Stephen, there's been a lot of overtures about you being in the top 10 pound-for-pound list. That is being talked about. People are saying, where's Stephen Fulton at? There's been a lot of people clamoring for you to sort of be in that top 10 conversation. With you having the stellar 2021 that you had, what are you hoping to accomplish here in 2022?
I'm looking forward to getting the job done Saturday, starting with that, and closing the year out with hopefully me and MJ can make that undisputed happen.
So that's what you want in your next fight, assuming you're successful on Saturday.
That's what I want, and I feel like a lot of guys say don't overlook your opponents, but had I not planned my career out, I wouldn't be here right now. I've planned everything that I'm doing right now. I never overlooked. I always did what was in front of me. But you have to have a plan in order to take that next step, and that's what I have, and that's what's going to happen. So June 4th, we'll get past him, then we'll look forward to become undisputed.
I know you love being a Philadelphia fighter. You carry the city of brotherly love on your back, and I feel like Philadelphia boxing certainly is in this era of a resurgence. With yourself, Danny Garcia is being talked about coming back. Boots Ennis is Boots Ennis. Let's be honest about that. You're the champion, though. What does it mean for you to be leading that charge once again of the resurgence of boxing from the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia?
There's no added pressure, but it means a lot to me. I just take it in. I take it all in. Because at one point I was looking up to guys like Danny Garcia, and I was trying to get to where they at, and now I'm here. So alhamdulillah to that. Danny,
you are a very proud prize fighter. You're of Mexican descent. What does it mean for you when you walk out? I know you're very proud of your heritage and your culture to sort of represent the country of Mexico and all the Mexican fight fans around the world. What does it mean for you?
It means everything, you know. It's a step closer to making history like the rest of the great Mexican fighters. So it means a lot.
All right, I'm going to start off with Calvin Henderson and get final comments. Calvin, on Saturday night, in a perfect world against David Morrell, when you challenge for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World, how is the fight going to unfold?
Pain.
Pain?
Pain.
David, he says he's going to give you pain. How's he going to go down on Saturday night?
What is pain?
Pain is dolor. Dolor, que te va a doler esta pelea.
Maybe.
And what's your prediction on Saturday?
¿Y cuál es tu vaticinio para este sábado? Tu predicción para este sábado, tu vaticinio.
Happy.
¿Cómo?
Like, feliz.
Oh, happy, feliz. He's gonna be happy. Like that Morrell is
Like,
gonna be happy.
Yeah, you know, every time, like I feel happy, but no tengo, no pido tiempo para, ¿sabes? Sintiendo dolor, ni sé tampoco qué cosa es eso.
I don't have time for pain. I'm just too happy right now.
Like, el que tiene que ver que revisar después que se acabe la pelea es él, no yo.
The one that's gonna have to be checked out and have like the medical checkup after a fight is him, not me.
He's predicting a medical checkup. Well, let's hope everyone gets home safe and sound to their families. But that is our co-main event, David Morrell and also Calvin Henderson. Danny Roman, will you once again claim championship gold? How is the fight going to transpire against Stephen Fulton on Showtime Championship Boxing from the Armory here in Minneapolis?
We're here to win, and we're going to win.
Cool boy Steph from Philadelphia, PA, 20-0. You hold the WBC and the WBO Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. The floor is yours. How's it going down on Saturday night?
It all depends on how I feel. You know, everything, I'm in control. Now, and I'm aware of that. I'm in control. So however I feel like doing it, it's going to get done. But it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to having fun. I feel good. My weight is good. I don't have a skeleton face up here. Y'all don't see it. Like, I feel great, so it's going to be a great fight. And that's what I'm looking forward to, having fun. Like he said, I'm happy right now. And I've been happy leading up to this fight. And I'm going to stay that way.
Well, getting on the happy theme, you're going to be happy when you tune into Showtime Championship Boxing, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time from the Armory here in Minneapolis. A round of applause for Stephen Fulton and Danny Roman. The unified bantamweight, super bantamweight championship of the world. Also, David Morrell and Calvin Henderson. It's all being brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by TGB Promotions, Warriors Boxing Promotions, and Kings Boxing Promotion. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific time on the Showtime Sports YouTube page, and then on Fight Night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time on Showtime Championship Boxing, this amazing doubleheader. Now we will pose off the fighters, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you tomorrow for the weigh-in, and then on Fight Night from the Armory here in Minneapolis as Stephen Fulton defends his unified Super Bantamweight Championships of the World against the former unified champion, Danny Roman.
We'll start with Calvin and David.
Start off with our co-main event. David Morrell Jr. undefeated, putting his WBA super middleweight crown on the line against the once beaten Calvin Henderson of Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now this is our main event. Stephen Cool Boy Steph Fulton from the rich boxing city of Philadelphia, putting his WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight crowns on the line against the former unified champion from Los Angeles, Danny the baby-faced assassin Roman, the main event of Showtime Championship Boxing in Minneapolis. On behalf of all four fighters and everyone involved in the promotion and our outstanding production team, we'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-in, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific time. Stephen Fulton, Danny Roman for the Unified Super Bantamweight Championship of the World here on Saturday from the Armory in Minneapolis. I'm Ray Flores. We'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-in.
Unbeaten champion, Stephen Fulton Jr.
He remains undefeated.
Puts his belt on the line against Danny Roman.
You know, they was doing a lot of tweeting me, saying I was ducking and this and that. I just made the fight happen.
Even when I became a unified champion, they still had me below the other champions. So he was calling me out when I was a champion, so I'm gonna fight him.
When he was world champion, nobody ever gave me an opportunity. But I'm giving him the opportunity.
Mentally, I'm ready. I've been through this road already, and I know what it takes. Expect a great fight, even the fight of the year.
The division is hot because of me. I did the talking, I did the walking.
Hey, I'm one step away from becoming a unified champion, so I feel more than ready. Let's give these people what they want to see.
Y'all know a lot about me, but there's still some things that y'all don't know. And June 4th, y'all see that.